Welcome back to another video. I want this one to be a little bit of a public service announcement. There's some things I've been thinking about with what's happening in fashion right now, and I like the idea of hopping on to talk about them in a way that feels like some slow fashion self-help. I'm gonna coin that term. I think every now and then it's just good to have a little dose of reality. I also really think that if we are wanting to elevate our outfits and really evolve our personal style, we need to elevate our thought process and the things we think about and how we look at fashion and our relationship to that. I love having a little bit of a discourse with you in the comments below. So if you enjoy following along, subscribe to the channel if you're into this idea of a little bit of slow fashion self-help. And if there's something here that you can relate to or you have another take on, drop a comment below. I'd love to get a conversation going. Something I'm not loving and that I continuously get duped by and that I'm trying not to be anymore is still imagery. And that's still imagery whether it's on an online store, so a piece of clothing that I might be looking at buying, or it could be on Pinterest, or it could be on Instagram by an influencer. I don't like this idealized version of clothing that we see. I raise my hand, I fully participate in this when I'm taking my mirror selfies. I post every outfit I wear on Instagram. When I'm taking my mirror selfies, I'm definitely posing to make that outfit look its best. But then when I'm out during my day, I might catch a glance of myself walking past a window or in a mirror. I'll catch myself and I'll go, oh, is that how I look? And what bugs me is that the reality of how we look is still so surprising to us. We can sometimes have in our heads this perfect idea of how we're supposed to look because that's how we see everyone else looking, and we're absorbing that content on a daily basis all the time. Watch your screen time, people. I'm always shocked at what mine is. I don't like the fact that I'm surprised or disappointed when I see myself moving about my day. I want to normalize just looking at myself and going, oh, that's what I look like. It's not a perfect look, or the shirt's creased, or I didn't really get it right today. I didn't really love what I'm wearing. That is totally okay. This outside world and the outside imagery means nothing. It is not reality. This leads into my second point, clothing without context. I'm constantly seeing on Substacks I read and a lot of influencers I follow, or even personal stylists that post about outfits they style or clients they help. And I'm always thinking, but where are we going? Where is this outfit fitting? Because I'm putting myself in that position and I'm going, well, if I were to wear this because I like what I see, like, don't get me wrong, I love the outfits, it's a feast for my eyes and I love seeing outfit inspiration, but I'm thinking to myself, where am I going? The hard part with this is we all know that opposites work well together. So creating good outfits is always about balance. If you're wearing something covered up on the bottom, you want to wear something lighter on the top, or if you're wearing something super glam, you want to contrast it with a flip-flop, let's say. So I get that, but I kind of get swept up sometimes in thinking I need to do more with my outfits because this is the stuff I'm seeing, instead of just going, well, wow, that is cool, I love that. It's not for me, doesn't fit into my life, and that's okay. When this happens, I'm trying to look at it as if it's just art, something that made me feel something and that sparked some interest and I enjoyed it. Same as a runway show. I'm never actually gonna buy the gorgeous Calvin Klein blazer or minimal suit that I see in the fashion show, but I can appreciate it. Appreciation without participation. And then spreading the word as well, so we all don't feel like we need to get new things and wear crazy outfits on the daily. It's okay to be really normal. Let's talk about the jelly shoes. Okay, this started when the Row a few seasons back brought out this caged jelly sandal. Starting this off by saying I love this shoe. I think it's a great shoe. When it came out, I gasped. I'm totally here for it. I'm really into it. I just don't know now, with all the dupes out there, what is happening and what it means when I see this shoe. When I saw the shoe, say last year or right after it came out, I work in Notting Hill, so it's a bit more of an affluent area, let's say, in parts. You see a lot of real fashion in the wild and I love it. I love spotting things. When I saw these back then, I would totally be like, oh my God, like how cool, she's got the shoe. I'm also thinking like, who invests in a rubber shoe? But that's besides the point, I guess. Now that everyone has access to all the dupes of this shoe and the whole thing continues to filter down onto the high street, onto Amazon, I'm thinking to myself, what does it mean, all these people buying this thing just because now people have made it so affordable. You know, it is a great shoe. It looks great. You can make many great outfits with this shoe. I get it. I would wear this shoe. I'm not going to wear this shoe because I don't want to be that person, I guess, that buys the cheaper version. I also would never be the person that pays the full price or even the resale price for a broken pair, because let's be honest, these shoes break. I'm not saying any side is bad, whether you bought the actual shoe or you bought the dupe shoe. I think these shoes look good. I just think to myself when I see this happening in the streets, I'm not questioning every jelly sandal I see going, where'd you get that from? Is it the real or the fake? Does it even matter? Why are we so obsessed with like one thing being a brand or not? I just think there's an interesting thought process here. And all it makes me really want to do is bring back real, authentic personal style and avoid any of the trend cycle or hot things of the moment. An interesting point on dupe culture was a video I watched by Tuba Avalon. She's one of my favorite YouTubers. She creates some great, really informative videos. Definitely go watch that. She was talking about how everything is referencing everything else, which is so true right now. Always has been, I guess. Everything is a copy or comes from somewhere. It all filters down from someone's great idea and becomes this thing, you know, the whole Miranda Priestley saying about the cerulean blue. You kind of can't avoid it, and we're all a product of it, myself included, even the designs that I make in my reworked design business. I just think we need to be thinking a lot about this and become a bit more discerning of where we get our references from, how we're getting inspired to create our outfits, and most importantly, what we are buying, the things that make up our outfits. What do they say about us? Okay, lastly, my last point is let's move away from specific clothing, hyper-specific clothing. And what I mean by hyper-specific clothing, and this will be different for everyone, like you will have your own hyper-specific pieces that you're drawn to, but things that don't fit into our norm or our daily outfits, or the things we have constantly on rotation, the things we feel most comfortable in that are easy to make outfits with. As a consumer myself and someone who loves to play and enjoys fashion, I do think it is nice to have different items that make up our wardrobes, but we definitely need to have less of these things. And I'm making a point to absolutely not invest in them anymore, or at least take a break, because I've got enough specific things that I'm not wearing. I'll illustrate this by putting together some outfits for you. My first hyper-specific item is a little silk cami. This might not be that specific for most of you, but for me it is. I'm somehow drawn to very shiny fabrics, but really don't like wearing them. Not sure what that's about. I bought this last year and I have yet to wear it out in the wild. It sits in my wardrobe. I make looks with it often, but I never actually wear those outfits. It's got cute little tie straps. I choose to tie them in the front so that the bow becomes a cute feature. It's not the most comfortable thing to wear, because if it's hot, which is when you would wear this piece because, you know, it's a tiny cami. If it's hot, it sticks to my skin because it's silk and it's like bias cut. So I don't know, it's quite irritating to me. And if I was going to wear it when it's cooler and I'm layering it up, well then it's just a basic, and I'm going to wear a cotton black tank top, you know, if I want the same thing, because you won't really see this and all the detail is gone. So like, what's the point in having this top? So I kind of struggle with it. I've made a look here. I've balanced the teeny tininess of the top and the femininity of like a silk cami with a huge baggy jean. I like that juxtaposition. Going in with a closed toe shoe as well. I mean, I'm not really one to show skin, so because I'm showing so much skin, for me anyway, I'm wearing a closed toe shoe. I think that balance is also good. I'm accessorizing with a cute vintage earring I got recently in a charity shop. I love this kind of feminine element to this kind of slouchy look. In reality though, I think I just want to put on a big baggy shirt over the top, which again leads me back to my point of this could just be a black cotton tank top. And so potentially I didn't need a cami with bows on it in silk. That doesn't really have a place in any season. It's sticky to wear in the summer, but if I was gonna wear it when it's cooler, I'm gonna cover it up with a shirt. It's too specific. Bows, the silk, I'm better off with a black tank. You know what I'm saying? She's got a bandana on her head. As you can see, item number 2 is this red satin shirt. I got this from a fabulous consignment store. It is a very good brand and is usually quite expensive, and I got it for a steal. So I feel like I can't really get rid of it, but I also never wear it. I don't wear it because again, it's this shiny fabric. It's like a bonded, quite thick satin. I don't like to wear it in the winter that much because it is oversized, and so I feel like a coat just like smushes it up and just feels a bit stuffy. And then in the summer, it's too sweaty. So I guess I could wear it out for like a dinner in a cooler evening that's not too cool but not too hot. It's just very specific. You see where I'm going with this? Specific. specific pieces are hard to style. I had some fun with this one. I'm not sure where I'd ever wear this look, but I figured let's put it together with pieces that I also would rarely wear or can't see myself wearing. I do wear my pedal pushers or capri pants quite often. By quite often, I mean maybe I'll wear them like 4 times this whole year. So not that often, but I do wear them. I've just put on a little white vest so that I've got something between me and the shirt because it does get quite sweaty in the heat. Someone said last week that I should get into bandanas, and I actually do want to upcycle some. I want to use some fabrics, the remnants of the shirts I make. So I guess I need to get comfortable with that. So I decided to do a bandana look. This one is vintage. It's got cute little cowboy hats on it and some yellow writing. I think it's from like 1994. Some like gambling thing, casino. I love it. It's cute. I'm going all in with a bold earring. Just really going for it. Like, why not? Have fun with some styling. Toning it down with a very easy slouchy bag for some contrast, and then an easy sandal. Where am I going in this? I don't know. And can I make looks with this shirt? Yes. But am I wearing it? It's unlikely. I love these pieces. I'm gonna keep them in my wardrobe, but it's definitely like a lesson to note not to invest anymore in clothes that feel too specific, you know? Keep it simple. It's better perhaps to invest in the things that we know we're gonna wear on the regular. I hope that you enjoyed this one. Just some things to think about. Nothing serious. Nothing's right or wrong. We're all consumers. We're all playing this, you know, fun fashion game. But yeah, I think it's fun to get really critical about how we think about things, the things we choose to purchase, the things we're interacting with, the things we see online for sure. And as long as we're not falling off our own path, our own track, and it's not hindering us from developing our own true personal style, then it's just fun to absorb the stuff and see it as a form of art that we can enjoy outside of ourselves, an alternate reality, if it's even reality. You know what I mean? Let's leave before things get too deep. I'll see you next time for another video. Drop a comment. Don't forget to drop a comment. I want to chat about this with you guys. Bye.